All right.
Well, we're live and it's still cold outside.
Can't help that.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
You're watching Tanner's Haunted Secrets on the Outline Network. What they say.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's a secret sound hidden deep within the center of the earth. Until you listen closely enough, you can hear it. And it sounds like razors through flesh. We are merely here to turn up the volume.
I like that music. It's very catchy.
Yes, it is.
and and here we are, Chainer's Haunted Secrets. And I'm very excited because we don't exactly have a guest tonight. And that's not why I'm excited. I'm excited because we're going to take a little time. We're going to talk about all the wonderful stuff and talk about everything that's been going on here in the last, I don't know how long. Because Chainer's Haunted Secrets is coming to the end of its first year. And I am so excited. And Friday has been here every episode right there. She's taken full control over a couple episodes. And I am so excited because we've met some wonderful haunters, talked to some wonderful actors, some owners, and some vendors. And I'll tell you what, I am really excited. I'm rocking out the Blood Prison because I did go there on Friday the 13th in December. And that's always great being able to have September had a October the 13th or Friday the 13th, and then right around the corner December had one. And it was kind of funny because September 13th a lot of haunts open. December 13th gave the opportunity that a lot of haunts could do their Christmas shows. And it was really awesome because, I've never got a chance to go up to Blood Prison for their haunt being operational. And the Reformatory is a great place. And I'll tell you what, and they do so well of their props, animatronics, their people teams, the haunters. I mean, there is so much there. There was a Krampus that was running around outside, and I wish I would have not embraced it with my eyes as much as my phone so much. But just to show you guys, that is the Reformatory as it gets lit up for their Christmas show. And it is absolutely wonderfully done. Vic, I will tell you, very well done. Absolutely. The props, you think that you're looking at people. You do. But being in that historical building gives it such a embracing, powerful feel. It is awesome. And I really have to applaud their show. They did a great job. Then Saturday went to Hell's Dungeon and brought some of my crew from Chainer's Field of Screams there. And that was awesome. Absolutely awesome. And man, I'll tell you, there's just constantly stuff been going on for me. And I'm always constantly smiling at everything, because this wonderful haunted house industry that we are part of, that we get a opportunity to do stuff with, that's just the greatest thing. It really is. And I'm glad that we've had so many people on this show. I've been able to hand out some of the Ohio Haunter Association awards that we were able to do on this show. Well, on this network. And just going up to people, shaking their hands, talking to them, asking them, tell me about this and that. We had some of the people from Forsaken Forest on here. And I was able to take Maddie. Or not Maddie, Amber. I was able to bring Amber her award, talk to her, and take some moments and just recognize how great these people are and how wonderful their talents are. And there's just so much to love about this industry. And as I've said in the past multiple times, and I want to point this one out once again, Friday here is not a haunter. She's not an actor. She has been through haunted houses, but she's never seen the wonderful talents behind. She's seen the shows. So it was a no-brainer to be able to put her on the show with us. As you've seen in the past, we have Raz that comes on this show. And we're very glad to have Raz on this show because he's a haunter. He's a manager. He's done a lot of things. And me being a haunt owner and a actor, and now I'm very excited because now I am on the board of directors for the Ohio Haunters Association. And that is so awesome. But we were talking about this, and I have to give credit where credit is due. And Friday, I'm sure you know exactly, as soon as I start talking about this, you know as much as I do where this is going. This entire show could not existed if it wasn't for Raz doing Legends by Night. And we're hoping to get Legends by Night back up and running. It's a great show that here on our network we have. But without that show starting and me being on that show, just talking about who I was, this show would have never existed. I've not been, I wouldn't have been able to go as far and seen people and talk to people and been so excited. I mean, I've always been excited for the haunted house industry, but there's a whole podcast show that we get to show pictures. And that's the thing. The difference between listening into your car on some podcast shows and actually having this is we can show pictures, we can show videos, and you guys get to see some of the makeup. We could not be more thankful for the people that have been on the show, the loyal viewers that we've always had, and the people that we are going to have. Because I know that we're going into the new season, and as we go into this new year, we are going to go and we're going to get more people. And it was great to talk to people at Midwest. And I have officially agreed to go to Transworld. And as I go to Transworld, I want to meet more people. I absolutely want to meet more people. One of the wonderful places that I've been able to talk to people and actually talk and say, hey, you want to come on this show, is on TikTok. And you know what, Jenny, there is someone that we need to get a hold of. She's from Texas. I am a bad person because I keep on scheduling stuff and I never got back in contact with her. She's a wonderful person from Texas. She's a home haunt. Get you on the schedule, and I keep on forgetting how our schedule was going. And I apologize. I can get busy. Sometimes emails are great. Sometimes text messages are great. And sometimes grabbing me by the shoulders and telling me stop and put me in your lineup is sometimes the best way to do this. But I know that when we get into the 2025 season, this wonderful coming up here, we've got more going on, and we've got a haunter that I can't wait. And Jenny, or Friday got her on the schedule. I'm so bad at that. Anyway, she got her on the schedule, and she's not the first show of the new year. She's the second show, so we got to put somebody in that first show. So we've got to start looking around, but you know what? Perhaps we can get a hold of this wonderful person from Texas. But I have not been so excited about so many things. And this has been a really rough year for me. So I could only imagine how wonderful I would be and how happy I would be if I wouldn't have had so many bad things happen this year. I also want to say that my boss recently found out that I do podcasts. He had no idea. When he was sitting me down and talking to me about how I'm doing at my actual job, the job that feeds my obsession of being here with you guys, he asked me if I ever knew how to relax. And I said no. And the thing I get the closest to is actually being on this show with all the haunters, with the people, and comparing their haunt to my experiences, their experiences. Because every single haunt, and if we've not said it enough on this show, every single haunt is different. And if you are just tuning into this show for the very first time and you hear me use the word haunt or haunter, please understand, this is the industry. This is not what is that sound in your attic. Unless we figured out how to make that sound in your attic. So please understand that this show has always been and always will be about going through and talking about people that just love to embrace fear in the safest ways, the safest manners possible. And I'm going to let Friday talk for a second because, I'm just so excited to be here and talk to you guys. I got to let her say something. I mean, here, I'm already in 15 minutes and I haven't shut up once.
First off, congratulations on being part of the board of directors.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I want to say to the whole state of Ohio that deals with haunted houses, I will not let you down, but I got to figure out what I'm doing before I let you down.
Good luck with that. It's always a learning curve.
Absolutely.
This show has given me the ability to do something I've wanted to do since I was a teenager. Find out more how haunted attractions work. And haunters are the people who work at the haunted attractions. Haunting is what they do, how they choose to scare you with their characters. And I hope you guys have figured out that all of the haunts are different. All of the haunters are different.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the characters are clowns. Sometimes they are people in skull masks with chainsaws. And sometimes they're sock puppets. So you can find just about any character possible, and it will be amazing. And each person has a wonderful backstory for their character. And some haunts have a theme. Some haunts don't. And sometimes there's different areas in the haunt that have their own theme. And learning all the things I have learned. What you can do with duct tape and a plastic PVC pipe or some wood, like plywood and some 2x4s to make the scene, and the different type of makeups you can use and the different costumes you can make. Dude, you can go down to Goodwill and get a pair of old pants, old boots, a t-shirt and a vest, or a button-up shirt and a vest, and just cut it up and add some staining and put on your makeup or put on your mask, and you can make a whole new character. What they do is amazing, and they can make stuff happen. They can scare you in a thong sometimes, okay? It depends on the actor, but how they do the job is amazing. And it's also a learning curve, like any other job. You have to give in to the weird, and you have to give in to the understanding of how fear works. And
Oh, yeah.
it is amazing. What were you going to say?
You're absolutely right. No one is ever going to be the same person. And as much as there is a line on who that character is and how that character needs to portray, the difference in that character will be who puts on the mask and who comes out. And every single day, every single night, every single time, it's going to be a little different, even though the same person puts it on. Because they have a way to reflect their personal life through their character. I've seen characters that have been played by the same person over and over and over, and you can tell when something's bothering them just because that character's not where it was. And it's okay because that's your character and you're going to make it your own. If you're a haunt that owns your characters and you want them to be that way, you're still going to have to play with the people that play those characters. Absolutely. But you're absolutely right. 100% Friday. There's nothing that will ever be the same. The show will be different. And sometimes you can go back through twice in a night. And the show has modified. It has changed. But one thing I will tell you that a lot of people don't understand is these are actors. They have a goal to see if they can make you feel uncomfortable. So when you go through a haunted house, haunted cornfield, haunted barn, haunted swamp, haunted bayou, haunted airport, and trust me, there was a haunted airport, which amazed me. Haunted junkyard, haunted cemetery, whatever we are using the actors in, you are going to have to understand that these guys are actors. That's what they do. That's what they enjoy. You paid money to feel uncomfortable. If they can't scare you, their job turns into entertainment. They need... Everybody's goal should be, how can I make them feel that this is worth the price? Because when you go and you're happy, you tell people. And that's why I had to tell you about Blood Prison. And later on, I will absolutely tell you what I did at Hell's Dungeon and what my character was supposed to do. Because I absolutely did something I never thought I would get to do. And boy, did I enjoy it. But let me ask you, Friday, what is one thing through this first beginning year that you remember and it's one of your proudest moments, happiest moments, or perhaps happiest person to interview?
The thing is, I went into the season only knowing 2 haunters. And I think my favorite moment happened in each of the shows because my favorite part was learning about the new haunts and how each of them were different.
Mm-hmm.
Because each haunter had a unique perspective about their haunt and how they haunted, and learning that each time was my favorite part. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does. It absolutely does. What I'm taking away from this is your favorite part is getting to know more about them, learning new things and this and that. Because you're, like what you said, you came into this only knowing 2 haunters. Well, actually, you knew 3.
Well, I knew 3, but I didn't know at the beginning he was a haunter until after we'd went through a couple of episodes.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean,
because I can't remember when we started this after we added Ron to the group.
Mm-hmm. So that was just one of those things that, we actually have in the Allight Network here, we have 4 haunters. Uh, we have Matt from Matt and Monsters. We have Ron. We have Raz, and we have me.
And we have Steven.
And we have that's 5. We have Steven also.
We can't
Yep,
forget
we
him.
do.
He's important. Sewer Dweller is very important. So is Ron
Yeah.
and Matt and Raz and you.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know. That would have been. We're gonna have to get him.
Yes.
We're gonna have to get him. He's gonna have to. You know what? We're gonna message him and see if he can be the first one of the new season because he should be. He should be on here. But no. What other things? Going back thinking about stuff.
I loved learning how you can use different things from different places. Any random object can be used to make the story better.
Mhm.
I love how each character has their own progression. Some characters have progressed in multiple different masks. And sometimes the scariest part of the character can be the contacts they have on.
Yep.
And that I love how I'm trying to figure out how to put this in words. I love how each episode we may be going through some of the same questions or some of the same ideas, but the information is always new. It's always different.
I'll tell you. One of the things I can actually say that I've been the most happiest about is as this show has progressed, it just seems like you never get the same answer. And even if you do get the same answer, you're not getting it in the same way. And that is one of the best things because as you talk to these people, and one of the things that we enjoy the most about this show, and the guests on this show have absolutely said this, is we have the most laid back, relaxing chats. Because that is what we want. We want you guys, anybody to be on here, we want them to lay back, relax, and I want it to be a fun adventure into their side of this industry. By the way, Friday, as I'm looking at something, I just come to realize, you know, our green for toxic is not on our names. Man, we are having the most laid back. We have not even changed colors to toxic green. But yeah, we actually have a format for this show. We come in here and we make sure that it's all checked and this, and that's how laid back we have been. We have looked forward to this show, and we just wanted to tell everybody thank you. And that is one of the things we absolutely have been so laid back with everything. And I know. And through this time of the year, there we go.
Jenny's had a long day, man.
It's okay. It's okay. Because, you know, I was like, man, it's a lot of black on black on black. What's going on here? And then I come to realize,
Sorry, I had goals earlier that needed to be accomplished so I could be here to do this with you.
No apologies.
About that one thing. I even made a video for the show.
Yeah. So I gotta say, one of the coolest things about the haunted house industry is that once you go, you find these different haunters, y'all compare stuff, this and that, and sometimes you got little treats that you can give each other. And I want to say that one of the people that we had on the show, his name is Sean, and he runs Spookery, which is a scout thing. And I want to show you this. This is the patch for this year. And it is awesome because it is Owlite Network. And their patch was a owl. It is not the reason that they did it. It's just really cool. And he wanted to make sure he gave me that. And there's also this little patch here that I found out that you volunteer when they run, this is what you get. You volunteer while they're setting up, this is what you get. You can get both of them, but, I will be adding them into my collection. I am super excited because it was just absolutely a beautiful and stunning picture. And us at the Owlite Network, we love owls. And that is just such a beautiful design. So Spookery had a great year. They said that the numbers actually went even higher than what they've had in the past, which is amazing. They have had a opportunity to make more connections down in their area, and now they have Forsaken Forest members that want to help them set up next year. And I think it's awesome because Forsaken Forest is Richmond, Indiana area. Spookery is down in the Cincinnati area. And could it get better? Absolutely, it could get better because Forsaken Forest said that they didn't care. They were going to bring trucks, and what could take 2 weeks to set up, they want to set up in a day with all their crew. So I want to applaud Haunts for doing something that we haven't seen for a very long time. Actually going out there and wanting to help each other. Absolutely, it's great. That was told to me a couple of weeks ago, and I just think that's awesome that here you have two different haunts that their members ain't too far away, but they want to go and they want to help each other. And I know a lot of haunts believe that there is competing. You have a competitor or you have a partner. And in the haunt industry, you don't go to a haunted house as a haunt actor and go through it just to see it. You go through it to see how you compare and how you could make yourself better. And my personal opinion has always been, I am not even close to what these people are, so it doesn't matter. But through a lot of things, I've been able to be really super excited. I can't wait to see the next haunt. I know that we might be doing a few things with Ohio Haunters Association, which is awesome. I ain't quite sure exactly what we're doing, but I know that there is some some pictures that I've seen that are going to be really great on the back of a t-shirt. As Friday goes, ooh.
I always want the t-shirts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. As soon as ours get done and everything, we will be sending Friday a wonderful shirt.
And my monster will be so happy that she'll get one.
Yep, she'll get one. I'm trying to see if I can get on our shirts the little owl for this show. And that I'm hoping that we can put that on the sleeve. But
that would rock.
once again, more stuff, more money, more prints, and I don't know exactly how everything, but we've got a lot of plans for a lot of things. But Friday.
Yes.
Let's absolutely take a little time and just, what are some things that you learned that absolutely wow?
The art of scaring, that you can, by not even touching a person, scare them so bad that you can either make them pass out or just make them shut down. That improvisation, adapting and overcoming can make any haunt happen. That you need full cooperation with all of your haunters, and you can set up a way to make the line of communication by training, by having the walkie-talkies, by teaching them what signs they need to see and understand to make the line move, make the scares happen, make everything work cohesively together with the rest of the haunt. Like if there's something happens and you need to slow it down, they know how to slow it down and make it work and still make the scares happen. There's just so many beautiful, amazing things that you guys have figured out how to do to make things work.
Yeah, I can say that a lot of haunts have taken a lot of time and a lot of materials and a lot of effort into what they want to see and what the capabilities are for them.
Yes.
And it is always great to see that their capabilities are past what they thought.
Disappear for a minute, okay?
Oh, that's fine. I love how she says that she's going to disappear, but you know. So as we continue this show, I do want to tell everybody, please take a little time and absolutely in the off season start investigating what haunts are near you, what haunts you want to go see. Are you coming at an age where you want to be a haunter? Because that's always one of those things that you have to really think about. There's a lot of people. See, I was nice. I made you disappear.
And I appreciate that. I'm sorry, there was a kid problem that he didn't know what to do. So I had to make sure he knew what to do with the kid. Hi, Rads.
Guys,
And look, we got
Yeah.
Raz. And we lost Raz. That was like some Harry Houdini stuff. Like,
Yeah.
seriously. Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I missed everything you just said.
No, you're perfectly fine. I was just saying how it is always a great thing in the industry to, you know what, Raz just totally drained my whole thought process. I didn't expect him to pop in and pop out. You know what? Someone from the Dorkening did that one time. When Allight Network was just starting. He popped in and did that. Who is that?
Wrong liver.
Exactly.
I think we have Raz back.
Yes,
Yay!
I'm back.
I love having Raz.
So
I cannot remember.
it was Drew. Drew did it. Drew
Yeah,
popped
most
in,
likely.
said something, and then disappeared.
He was fucking with me about Christmas.
And then Drew popped back in and said something else and
Yep.
said, "You're welcome," and disappeared.
Yeah, he was fucking with me about Christmas.
Okay.
Drew was?
Yeah, it was last year. He popped in. He was doing something. He had the Santa hat on and everything. He was just showing up to fuck with me. It was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
But so now that we have Raz here,
Like,
I can talk about Hell's Dungeon and what I gotta do this year because I was super happy and super excited.
it was so fun.
For years I've done Santa Claus and I do a pretty good Santa Claus. I'm just saying, I know him. And
You
it's
made my
okay.
kid happy when you did Santa Claus and send the videos.
we can do that again. Yeah, I totally didn't even think about that. Yeah. But anyway, so one of the things that I always thought was interesting was listening to the kids and you have a positive attitude. This weekend I didn't have to have a positive attitude, and in fact, I was the one that just didn't care.
It was
But
hilarious.
I would trade a candy cane for something. And when I say trade, I mean I absolutely traded a candy cane for any item I could get my hands on. And if it was an item I really wanted, I would offer 3 candy canes. I didn't get it. Not from that person. But I got one at the end of the night. So let me go through the items that I had collected for special ornaments to put on my Christmas tree. I had 2 black hair bands.
Hair ties, yeah.
Hair ties. I had 2 black hair ties, 1 purple one, and then I had a hair band. Now, that was just a small list. As it went on, yes, look at me. I'm cute. I'm fuzzy. But as it went on, I got a straw from a Capri Sun. And then I got the straw wrapper from the Capri Sun. And mind you, every item I got, someone got a candy cane. I got some yarn from a pom-pom on the front of a clown, and he wanted another candy cane, so he pulled more out. And I told him, I said, I don't think you should be pulling your string out, but it didn't matter because there was string from that pom-pom the rest of the night all over.
Yeah.
Then I got one of the craziest items was hi. One of the craziest items that I started getting was a bus pass. I got someone's bus pass. And that was fun. And I got a unused brand new tampon. I wonder who did that one. Yep, she went a candy cane that bad.
No, Raz told me to bring it.
I feel like your tree needed it.
I have photographic proof. I can actually show you the message where he told me to bring a tampon.
Yeah, I definitely did. I was like, bring a tampon in there to him. Put it on the tree.
I got a 50-cent piece. And then I got a $5 bill. Then I got a $1 bill. And then I got a makeup wipe that was used. Yep, it was used. And I got a glove. Someone's glove. But the highlight of my items that I had was at the end, for one candy cane, I got a sock. Yes, a used sock. And I was thinking, the Grinch ain't got nothing on me. As somebody looked at me and told me, because I wasn't wearing everything, somebody goes, I know you're not Santa. And I looked at him and I said, I know your dad's not your dad.
He did.
I had so much fun insulting people. And one person goes, well, why don't you have like Santa pants on? And I said, because there was a boy that wet himself on my lap. And I still ain't got that stain out. And I looked at him, I said, are you the one that pooed on me? And yes, I'm just saying, it is a fun industry, and the job is to have fun and see what kind of reactions you can get out of people. And that was the main goal of my character, just to see. Now, did I get a whole bunch of people? No. But it created such a thing that I know next year, as I might have bought a 3D printer now. There might just be a wonderful mask and gear that goes with this. So if I can finagle something, I may return as a different person. And if I don't 3D print something, I can also take the time and the opportunity, as Raz suggested, to have a nice cloak or something where it's cut down the middle, and I can go and I can have all these little hangers on the inside that are full of Christmas ornaments and candy canes, and go, hey, you want to trade? And the ones...
You're glossing over some very important things.
I am.
Brooke also called him a fat ass.
She did.
Her shtick all night was that fat ass stole my cookies because she had no idea you were doing a Santa thing. She had no idea. I didn't tell her what you were doing. I didn't tell anybody what you were doing. So she was doing that shtick all night long. And you just happened to come around the corner. She said she shouted it out, came out and saw you there with a Santa jacket on.
Yeah, she did. And I looked at her, I said, excuse me, what did you say to me? And she goes, and I started busting a gut because I could not take her seriously. She couldn't take me seriously. She was choking on her character so bad because she just went up to me and called me a fat ass. And then later on, I looked at her. I said, "You called me a fat ass." And she looked at me and she goes, "I didn't know." But
It was hilarious. But it wasn't the most hilarious thing. The most hilarious thing all night was the original target for this sock. You guys have all seen Fred before. You guys have met Fred. He's been on this show a couple times. I talk about him constantly. Well, his very, very young grandsons, Goat and Hootie, were in the Q line, with Joe Blaster, shooting people, hanging out. And it was actually Goat that wanted a candy cane. And he's like, "Okay, but you have to give me your sock." And he was offering him 3. And Goat went back and forth. He's like, "I really want them. I especially want this one. But it's really weird that you're asking for my sock." And, we were just messing with him, just for a while. Then Hootie comes up and sees all the candy canes, because now there's 4 candy canes. He added a 4th one just to get this sock. And we almost had Goat a couple times. And then Hootie's like, he whispers, he's like, "Do it. Take it. Take the candy canes," because he was going to steal them from his brother. And he wouldn't do it. He just would not do it. So Hootie chases him around, mugs him of his shoes, chases him around some more, then takes both of his socks. And he kept going for only one sock, and Goat was protecting the one sock. So like, "Hootie, grab them both at once. You can't possibly protect them both." But he ended up getting the sock. He runs up and he hands it over. And then go ahead here, because you got to cut in on this part.
But I told him, "Oh, no, that's not how the trade operates. He has to trade it by himself. He's got to be willing to make the trade." And the brother just looked at me and looked at him and goes, "Because he did all that work and he ain't getting the candy canes."
Yeah, and then Goat was like him in the hall and wasn't really sure if he wanted to trade the sock after all, even though we already had the sock. And Hootie gets behind him and throws his voice and goes, "Yes, I'll take the candy cane." Doing everything he can to get Goat to take these candy canes. At the end of the day, Goat got his sock back. But I laughed so hard I was crying, and I just had that car accident a couple days before that, so my ribs started hurting so bad. Then there was tears because there was pain, and I was still laughing that hard. It was the highlight of the weekend.
And then later on, Fred looks at me and goes, "Were you really trying to get a sock?" I said, "Yes." And he goes, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "But I didn't get a sock, not from him at least." And he goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "He didn't give me the sock." And he just was like, "Really?" But yeah, I got a sock.
It's from our nun.
One of the older. Yeah.
Caden,
Yep. I got a sock, and it was funny. He's like,
He's proud of it.
That's what you want? Yeah, I said, yeah. And as soon as I got it, I took one of those ornament wires and jammed it through there, and I said, "It is now my sock." And the whole thing I kept on doing is I would take it and I would twist the metal through whatever I wanted. And by the way, the 50-cent piece took 3 of those little pieces of metal to make it into an ornament.
Yeah.
But
you have to basically wrap it in order to make it an ornament.
Yeah. Anyway, so I went and I was telling everybody, with a twist of this metal, it goes on my tree, and a little part of your soul will stay with me. It's what I told every single person, and one of those kids had to look at Raz and go, "Is he really taking my soul?" And he goes, "No, he's messing with you."
Because he was upset. He would believe that he was really upset with Christopher.
So,
but what you don't know is I walked away and I looked back. I said, "Or is he?" And then I walked away.
So
he asked me again the next day, because the next day was his birthday and he was having an event at the haunt. So he asked me again. He asked me in front of his mom and made me tell the truth.
So anyway, next year, I said, if I can, I want to be in the staircase. Mind you, at Hell's Dungeon, you go through this area that there's a staircase that is a emergency fire exit. And let me just tell you right now, this is where the trickster Santa is going to play. as he goes and shows his ornaments and his candy canes. So yeah, I have this whole thing. I've thought about it, and I am trying my hardest to get a nice black type Santa suit. Maybe black, white trim, and maybe a little red on it. But it is going to be absolutely a different thing because I am just going to be the trickster.
We need to get you a throne made out of a toilet.
They walk through that doorway and they see me on the toilet.
Shitter's full.
Dude. Oh, yeah. Fred's never going to forget this one. Especially if I got that dang toilet bowl plunger.
Yep.
I'll be. What am I going to be? The truck stop Santa?
No, you're the Shitter's full Santa.
That's so funny. But that's the beautiful thing about this haunt industry. Last year I was at Carnage for Christmas, and I spent 2 days down there, and at Hell's Dungeon on Saturday, I got to see some of the Carnage people, and that's great. I was hoping to see my buddy Brian, but Brian couldn't make it because he broke his stilt.
Yeah, on Friday he broke his stilt. He thought he was gonna have enough time to put it back together, but the break was a lot worse than he thought, which is a bummer because we love Brian.
Yep.
Get him on a show one of these days, man.
We do, but he's kind of hard to get a hold of. I think that he's a third shift worker.
He does all kinds of stuff.
But yeah, we're excited to see what we get into in this new season. The one thing that we want to absolutely do in this show, and we all agreed that this was a deciding factor, was as the haunts talk about themselves and they bring up anything that they want to and this and that, we will not allow toxicity towards other haunts.
Yeah.
Because everyone has something that they have to love. By the way, Raz, you were not here, so I can show you this.
Oh, that's cool.
That is Spookery's patch for this year.
You know, he gave me. I got a patch too. I got a circle patch actually.
Which one did you get?
I'll have to go and look. It's in the office. I'm outside right now. No, we had a really cool talk, man, when I came down to volunteer with you that night. And he just kind of came up and hugged me. He's like, man, I know you've had a really tough year. I know you've had a tough time with, with other things. He's like, I just wanted you to know, that our trip supports you, that we support you, and I wanted you to have this. And I was like, dude, you have no idea how much that means to me.
Is it the Frog Band one?
Yeah. Yes. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Yep.
It meant so much to me, though, dude. Like, it was just the fact that he thought to do that, given my past with certain things, it made me feel really good. You know what I mean? It just meant the world to me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But that's the wonderful thing about the haunt industry. We should absolutely always take care of the ones that are in our industry and mean so much to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just excited to see what we get into this wonderful coming year. And that's the beautiful thing. And I know here we're coming into the halfway mark of the show, but you know what? We've been very thankful for everything in this show, and very thankful for the supporters and the people. And I have one person that if she will not watch the show tonight, she will watch it tomorrow. She will find time and she will watch it. And I absolutely have to say thank you to Mona, because that woman is in a wheelchair and she loves finding out different stuff. Bad thing is she won't go to haunts, and she doesn't like clowns.
Yeah.
But it's okay because she learns so much through this of why we do stuff and what this and that. And she is very excited because Chainer's Field of Screams does a toy drive. Well, we have to work it out in the new season, what we're doing with the toy drive. But we are very excited because with the new year comes new possibilities for a lot of things. But since we're at the halfway mark, before we get into what me and Friday's new part of the show is, we are going to go through and we're going to, disappear for about 3 minutes while you guys watch some wonderful commercials.
Time to pay the bills.
Uh-huh.
Greetings and shabibans. We are the Retro Reductibus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Well, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite Steve's trying to say is that on Retro Reductibus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games, and movies, to cartoons, and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh. And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Door King Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brig.
You can listen to Retro Reductibus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.
And we're back.
Yay.
If you like that, awesome. If you don't like that, well, sorry. We're back.
Got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Because I can honestly tell you all, the best part that's happened in the past 4 years is the introduction of Fake Core and then the making of Owlite, because I get to do this with these amazing people.
Hell yeah, man.
I just show up.
We got our big network Christmas party on Sunday. Live on air. Yeah. Yeah.
I missed a memo somewhere.
You were in the meeting, sir.
Yeah, I probably was. I'm bad at memory. Anyway, so am I the one that's supposed to sit on the copier?
Yep.
So let's go back to some fun stuff here. So in the last couple of months, we introduced a wonderful segment, and I love this segment because what it was just Dante walking in and saying, that he wanted to know more about these monsters, and now we have an entire segment that do we still have that picture there?
Oh, we still have the picture. Sorry. My brain is still dead. There we go.
There you go. Questions by this little guy, Dante. We love this this whole mix there. This is just a segment we like to do because Dante has questions. And a little information about Dante. Friday, give us a little information about this little guy.
Dante is a 5-year-old little man, and he loves all types of adventures, all types of different games he can play. And he loves learning about new creatures. When he saw the Haunters, he didn't see them as scary characters. He thought they were creatures out of a game or something. He's like, what do they like to play with? So automatically my kids are going into this understanding these are people and they have toys just like he does and they play like he does. So he wanted to ask questions, so I just put one of the questions into the private chat, and then he's like, you know what? Ask the whole group his question.
Oh, yeah.
So we got questions by Dante.
This time we got questions by Dante and his big sister Sophia, because she wanted to ask too.
You know what? Maybe we should do the segment being called Questions by Small Children. And Raz, if we get some more time, maybe we should go ahead and have pictures of our small children and make it into like a small little intro that we can do that wonderful video. That way we can see these kids' smiles as we ask the question, because these questions are fun questions to answer. And when you're in the haunted house industry, you're like, all right, so here it is. I can do it. And you get a question like, what's your favorite snack? That's a great question. So the kids absolutely love these questions, and we love having these questions.
Yeah.
Because it's awesome.
Okay. Dante's first question is, who is your favorite superhero? Who wants to start first?
You answer that, but I already got a locked in answer for this one. That's easy for me.
Okay.
You go ahead and say yours because it might be the same, but go ahead.
We are bound by the super glue of justice. I am the Tick.
Nope.
That's my number one.
I wear red, so you can't see I'm shot. Oh, that guy's got the good idea. He brought his brown pants.
Deadpool's pretty awesome.
Yes, he is.
He's down the list for me, though, sadly. I do like him a lot, but he's I'd say he's still around like 4 or 5 for me, probably.
You ready?
Okay.
Excuse me, have you seen this person?
Yeah, Cassie sent him a cat in a cup, and then Sophia sent him a picture she drew.
So, just a little background because I needed a new printer. Well, my new printer has capabilities of email. So you can email my printer. I am not giving out my printer information. Not out. No, we are not giving out my printer information here because I could only imagine the stack that would be coming through. But yes,
but
The
I
pictures
can
they would
send it
be.
to one person.
yes, Friday has the information to the printer.
Give it to
And
Trevor.
No, we are not giving it to Trevor. There'd be a lot of green fuzzy photos.
So Dante's been learning that there's different types of cats and dogs. Like he really loves blue heelers and calico kitties. He wanted to know if you guys had a favorite type of cat or dog.
Let's see. That's a very good question. So my older cat Crowley is a tabby of some kind, a feral tabby, like the orange tabby cat, mixed with an actual wild cat of some kind. And whatever combination this is has become my favorite type of cat. This cat does not know how to purr. It trills, especially when it hunts. He knows how to play hide and seek. He's not good at it because you can only see his tail or something, and he jumps out at you when you find him. Um, and he's also a caregiver. If I spend long periods of time around him without going to the bathroom or something like that, he will nip my hand and make me get up and follow him around around the house. And he will lead me to places where he thinks I need to be, like the bathroom. He will take me to where I think he needs food or something. He takes me to the refrigerator and waits till I get food. And if I walk away without anything, he'll nip me. And then he'll follow me back. And then he'll sit down when I sit down. So, like, whatever kind of breed he fully is, he's got to be my favorite. It's got to be my favorite, man.
That is awesome. What about
I
you,
like
Kyle?
pit bulls.
Pit bulls? Pit bulls are awesome.
I got 2 pit bulls. That's what I got. Angela's texting me and she's like, the 27th? No, the 29th. Yes, the 29th, we will have Angela.
Yay.
That is awesome.
I was blessed with having her all weekend.
When we go and we talk about cats, I'm not a cat person. I like your cat. I like the cat down the street. I like the cat that comes to visit. Now, is there a cat that's going to come in my house? No. No, kitty. No. Outside with you. And why? Because if I don't feed the kitty, or if I have any kind of medical condition where I can't feed the kitty's going to find food. And it's called my tippy toes. I don't trust cats. Cats will eat you. If you have a medical condition and for some reason you're sick, and there are reports of this, or you're drunk, really, really drunk and passed out, kitty cat will eat your toe. Do I want a kitty cat? No. Does my daughter want a kitty cat? Yes. She found a kitty cat. Kitty cat stay outside. In neighbor kitty cat. Do we have a dog? Yes. Do we have 2 dogs? Yes. Are we keeping the dogs? Yes. Dogs don't eat me. It has been a proven fact that dogs, and I will say this, it's been a proven fact that dogs are loyal if they are... Just so you know, my prayer's going off. I can only imagine.
I sent you a very handsome picture.
Is it a picture of Raz?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Trevor also sent you a picture.
Dear Lord. Anyway, it's a proven fact that if dogs, humans cease to,
Don't ever read Zombie Fallout File.
I got the audiobook.
No, I don't want to. Anyway, just it's been proven that if humans would die out, dogs would die out, except for the dogs that got together and created a pack. Okay, dogs that cruise together become dangerous, and that's fine. But kitty cats will eat you. They will eat you. They will eat your brother. Do you like your sister? That cat will eat your sister. It doesn't matter. Cats will eat things that have been dead for a very long time. Dogs roll in things that are dead.
Yep.
Cats will eat the thing. So yeah. And Mona, your cat, it will eat you. Oh wait, my bad.
Jody.
It already has.
Yeah.
Who is that? Who's that? Is that Jody?
Yeah, it's Jody.
Hi, Jody. Oh my gosh, I miss you.
We do miss Jody.
Very much.
How's that printer coming?
It's over there. I'm over here.
Oh.
Yeah, it that way.
What's your favorite horror game?
Oh, my favorite horror game is Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
And they just did a re-release and remaster of it. I haven't played yet. I'm so sad I haven't played it yet, but it looks amazing. I also got zapped by lightning through a current. Lightning hit the side of the place I was at when we were playing the game late one night, and it actually did go through the plugs and through the controller and slightly zapped me, and I threw the controller across the room. And it was in this scene where in the apartment complex you're about to get chomped on by the zombie, and it just happened to be that moment. So then we would only play the game during the day until we beat it.
Understandable. What was your favorite horror game, Pile?
Probably the picture I just got.
Yep, definitely the picture you just got from Trevor.
Hold on here. Friday, did you let him have my information?
No, I guessed it. I hacked your printer, man.
Friday, did you give out information that was crucial? Not.
I give
Why
it to
isn't
one
it green?
person.
It's purple.
No, you're green.
No. No.
Oh, I didn't send you that picture.
No.
No, I did.
Okay.
That.
We can't see it.
I know. And that's for the best.
Can you describe what it is to the audience?
It looks to be a long-necked type of dinosaur with a tail.
It's actually the alien queen from Xenomorph as a purple dildo.
You know what? I feel like my printer's going to get a workout when we do padded cell. Because that is haunting looking at, but so
well, now you have a picture of Raz as JB Rotten
and dildo. From the monster line we were talking about like many shows ago.
Cody says hi. It moved. And why did it move? Okay, now I finally got up. And Jody agrees. She misses us too. Xenomorph life.
Yep.
There we go.
Then we broke Vile.
Yeah, we broke File.
No. I went to get something from Angela, and Angela start blowing me up.
Okay,
and that's perfectly fine. Because she doesn't remember half of the information that you talked to her about.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
That's okay. It was in text form, so hopefully she could go back and reread it when she has
No,
time.
no.
Nope.
She's gonna blow me up. It's okay.
Okay.
Angela!
Love the Voodoo Queen. We love it.
He's like,
Hey,
is this
hey!
your podcast
Oh.
pile?
This guy right here that you just popped up, we need to get him on the show one of these days because I'll tell you what, he was a haunter with me in Sydney, and he is a great guy. And I told him, I said, you know what? I feel like you need to be one of the guest hosts on this show
Hell
one
yeah.
of these times. So that's what we're going to get. And yes, this is my podcast, and I love it. But let's go back to this wonderful questions because I missed one. My favorite horror video game, right?
Yep.
Ooh, he's a great guy. Great guy. He's a great guy. I would say it's not really a horror, but it is one of my favorite ones in that aspect. I really enjoyed playing Alice in Wonderland.
Ooh, the Madness.
Yes.
And the Madness Returns. Those are good games. American
Yes.
HPV.
I quite enjoyed those games, you know. It was just something with the art, I do believe. The number one game that always freaked me out was playing Minecraft, and I would just get done building something and turn around and there's this giant green thing right there and exploding. And
Creeper.
And yeah. That is the best jump scare I've ever had. I played Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's nothing versus me putting all my time, effort into building something and that damn thing coming up, and you don't hear it. You hear everything else coming at you. Not that.
Dude, we put a virtual reality set on Matt. This is some years ago, and we were showing him different games, different stuff, and we went to show him Minecraft, and a cow walked up to him, and it was in 3D, the virtual reality cow, and he freaked out and screamed and like punched the air, except for he punched the person that was putting the headset on him, Miranda, punched her right in the throat, and screamed over a Minecraft cow.
And yes, sir, I'm not gonna lie. My number one jump scare is Minecraft. You can laugh at me as much as you want, but when you go and you put so much time and effort in building something, and that damn thing appears and blows everything apart, it scares the hell out of you, but it also makes you go, no, I'm not okay with this. And then you put it down before you rage it.
By the way, he
Yes.
very much appreciates his torch. He uses that thing a lot.
I almost bought myself one. Almost.
You got chased by
Chased
chickens.
by a chicken.
Chickens
You know
are
what?
assholes
Those
sometimes.
Chickens are kind of freaky looking at. I mean,
And roosters are dick.
they look at you, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're like taking off, and that damn thing is like thinking it's the funnest thing in the world to chase you.
Yep.
You know what the best kind of chicken is?
Fried.
Fried chicken.
There we go.
You know, if you have fried chicken, it's called a family reunion, and you bathe the mother into the children. Just saying.
Can you rephrase that?
No, I'm not going to.
We bathe the
I-
mother
I-
in the
In the children, you bathe.
fertilize children.
It doesn't matter. You bathe them in the children. Brand new egg, yeah. Damn, dude.
Go to the jungle style.
Okay.
That'll teach you to leave your sliding door open.
Closed.
Nice.
What's your favorite cartoon?
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Okay. So I love these questions by this kid. My favorite one was always Scooby-Doo. And the number one episode that freaked me out from Scooby was absolutely got to be the episode with the ape. I don't know what it was. It just, that ape always freaked me out. I got older and I found a whole bunch of cartoons called anime.
Yeah.
Anime,
Ren and
awesome.
Stimpy.
That's a good one.
And then Hellsing Abridged became my favorite of all time. Raz?
That's pretty funny. It is pretty funny.
Ooh, Steven said yes to the 15th.
Nice. And Cody, I know another haunt in your area you should think about applying at. It's called Hell's Dungeon. Located conveniently in Dayton, Ohio.
For some reason, I thought he was up north.
Land is a Middletown, huh? I know because he lived like 3-4 minutes down the road from there until I moved back to Dayton.
I give a lot of people nightmares.
Yep.
It's okay. Nightmares are good.
Yep.
What's your favorite stuffy?
They teach you about the person you don't want to date.
Yeah. My Dallas builder there.
Stuffy?
Yeah, that is a great one.
We're talking about any stuffed animal at all, right?
Any stuffed animal you want.
Okay. I have my very first stuffed animal. I still do. It is actually... Yeah, that's why I thought you were near Finley.
Leadvolution is really far away. Really far away.
No kidding. I actually have the first stuffed animal I was ever given. It had a rattle in its head. Dad stepped on it, and the rattle don't work no more. I called him McGruff the Crime Dog because I loved McGruff the Crime Dog when I got a little bit older. And this dog had a problem where if his head started coming off, so I took some green yarn and I sewed him. Not the best job, but yeah. He's actually got a small little hole in his tail. Don't know how, but he does. Could this get better? Absolutely. I can tell you exactly where it is.
Nice.
I have it. And if my parents see this, yes, I still have that damn thing. And yes, it is where you can't find it and throw it away. You're never going to get it.
My original favorite stuffy was Swamp Thing because when I was a kid, Mom started teaching us how to sew by hand and stuff. So she wanted us to make our own little stuffed animals. So I got a bunch of green felt and brown felt to make like swamp vines and stuff. And I made a little small. It would fit in my hands, but it was a Swamp Thing doll, and I had that thing probably until my early 20s.
Good night,
well,
Cody.
I want to say good night to you, my dear friend, and I want you also to know I will be up before 7 a.m. And 7 a.m., I've got things to do. So if you're just getting up at 7 a.m., go to bed. I love him, man. Absolutely a great actor. He did a great job all the years at Sydney Woods. And yeah, one of the best things about this show, I can invite my haunting friends that don't haunt no more because we had McLovin on here.
Yep.
And we need to get McLovin back on here.
Yes.
Hear that, little brother? Come see your big brother.
The last question that they have is, what is your character favorite weaponry?
Ooh. The Devourer uses a lantern. It's a Death Head's moth lantern. That's kind of his weapon because he uses it to channel his own power. So his power actually comes out of the light from the lantern, and he uses it to devour your past, your present, and your future.
Nice.
You have a haunt character that's the Devourer?
Yeah, I premiered him one night only this year, and he's going to become more of a thing next year.
And it's really cool because every single eye glows in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know it was Raz.
No
He
one
went
did.
right past me, and I had no idea.
I moved differently in everything, and he's a silent character, dude. I was really into this character. I've talked to people, but he's a lot of fun to play. I scared the shit out of most people in the haunt because I went through the haunt with a lantern and everything.
Nice.
Is epic.
He's a Cthulhu
Well, if
ghost.
we're going to go with Bargain Santa, it's Candy Canes. I'm just telling you. Best weapon, Candy Canes. If we're talking about Chainer, boy, there's a whole list of weaponry.
Not the Olsen twins?
We got the Olsen. Oh my gosh. The one guy that you guys had for security years ago or last year or whatever.
Yeah.
He man, I loved him. But he's like, well, you know, I told him, I said, yeah, Fred told me I can't play with these. And he goes, play with what? And I had him in my bag because I was doing something else. And I pulled him out and I showed him and I pulled him apart. And he goes, oh, no. You put those back and you don't get them back out because those will not hit. Nope, no.
I love him.
And I looked at him, I said, why? So I also said when we do an industry night, he needs to find a way to get down or get up to us because then he'll get to hear the Olsen twins out in the field. We also have Jeffrey, which is a axe. I do like Jeffrey. We have Rachel. Rachel is very notorious. She is my chainsaw. You guys have Grandpa now.
Yep.
Grandpa is in Hell's Dungeon. And good luck trying to find him.
I already know where he is.
You found him?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't that hard to find. I left him exactly where he was, though, because no one else could find him.
Yeah, I could find him.
Maybe.
I know Sean's like, well, where did you put him? And I told Sean where it was, and Sean goes, it's a good place for him.
Yeah, it is a very good place, which is why he's not to be moved or touched.
Right. You just gotta watch Jess. She'll try abducting him, but she can't get in him no more.
Nope.
He is locked. Grandpa went to retirement because unfortunately Grandpa is locked. The lid twisted wrong, and now I can't get Grandpa to come out. But yeah, that's my favorites.
Oh yeah.
So I got a question here. Let's go through these questions again and see what Friday's answers are gonna be.
Yes.
Who is your favorite superhero?
I don't know. Does Constantine count?
Yes, Constantine is a superhero technically. Justice
Okay.
League Dark.
Black Cats because lunar. I'm not sure about the horror game. I don't have an answer for that one.
Because you don't play horror games or you can't shoot.
Can't choose.
Fair enough.
Give me two of them.
Let's see. That's a hard one. I absolutely love the last 3 Silent Hills I went through, but there's another one that I can't remember the name for the life of me. That's the problem.
What was it about? Maybe we can help you.
I can't even tell you that. I am so tired and brain dead at the moment that I can't. The video games are not at the top of my list of the more important things for me. Making sure that they have their games is the more important thing. That's the problem at the moment. Because my brain, I'm normally sifting through other things like books and places and whatever. So
I finally made a free Fortnite account recently.
Oh, okay, cool.
If you guys ever want to play Fortnite, it's Razzy Slasher. It's really easy to find.
Okay. Cassie recommends Genshin Impact. And if you start playing, she wants to become your friend.
I'll remember that.
My favorite cartoon.
Courage.
Is what?
Things I do for love.
Yeah. Either Courage or Scooby-Doo or Bluey.
I'm thinking the cartoon
Why
dog.
would you go with Bluey? Why?
I have watched every episode multiple times, and it's one of the best shows for both kids and parents. And it just turned out really well. It teaches parents new ways to play with their kids, and it teaches kids new ways to think about things.
I can't watch Bluey because there was an episode pretty far in, like the last season of Ren and Stimpy, where they get to animate their own cartoon, and it's called Cub Bluey, and it's about a dog, and his head explodes every time he gets excited. And every time I think of Bluey, I think of Cub Bluey, and I can't do it.
Okay. 2 seconds. The answer to the stuffy part is either this or this.
I'm thinking about a Mr. Jones stuffy.
I want one so bad.
I'm actually someone that's going to be doing some artwork, and another person who says they might be able to turn it into a puppet. So
I want one. I think Martha wants one too.
oh yeah, if I actually end up doing that, trust me, you'll get a package one day.
Yay. Yeah, I need to make sure that the address that I was recently given is okay for Next Check to send the box.
Yeah, it is. I'll
Okay,
just have to
cool.
drive down to get the box as soon as I'm able.
Okay, because it'll be like 2 weeks from now anyway.
Yeah.
So, I have a decent amount of knives and I have a decent amount of swords. And it's probably the sword that has the hilt that sort of looks like the knife from the Shadow movie.
Nice. Like the Shadow?
Yeah, the Shadow.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? It's a good movie. Good audio drama too.
Oh yeah, the sun is shining.
Baldwin?
Mm-hmm. That was Baldwin.
Yeah. I love that you can find a whole lot of the audio drama for free in places to listen to.
I used to collect the original comics too for a long time. Me and my brother used to.
That is awesome. I also probably watched the movie way too many times. It just sucks that I lost the statue, the bust,
Yeah, I used to
and
watch
the moon.
I used to do a double feature and watch it back to back. Actually, no, triple feature. I would always watch Darkman, The Phantom, and The Shadow back to back, like all the time.
Sometimes I just put the shadow on for sound.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because The Phantom was Billy's name.
Yeah.
Sometimes I put the Conjuring on for sound. So yeah,
I
I'm
love
a
them
very-
Conjuring movies. Conjuring universe is awesome.
Okay, so I got a question. What's your favorite scary movie?
Nightbreed by Clive Barker.
So good. Absolutely terrifying.
Yep, that's the proper answer.
Darn it.
Never heard that one.
The
Is it good?
problem is what you've asked. And that means I have to choose one. And
You could go with 2. I don't care.
What's scary?
You could say Ernest Scared Stupid.
I love that movie. I watch it every year. I love Ernest though. I'm obsessed with Ernest. You know what I mean, Vern?
yes,
I
I,
think
know
that's-
exactly what you mean.
I think that's a movie that you guys should play in the queue line.
That would be perfect. I as much as I hate Christmas and Christmas movies, I still watch Ernest Saves Christmas every year.
That
Hey
is
man, do
one
you
of my
see
favorites.
that back there? Them are snakes. Oh, well, you guys can go ahead and take these too. And he's like, oh man, I wish you didn't pass away.
Thank you.
That is a hard one. But the problem is I don't exactly get scared. So, Night of the Demon.
Ooh, with Angela?
Say what?
Night of the Demons with Angela?
I think.
She's the main demon, the villain.
Yeah.
Where the chick sticks the lipstick tube in her nipple?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or all of the Freddy ones. Or The Conjuring. But the really weird thing is I don't exactly get scared from the movies, but there's one movie that's not supposed to scare you that gave me actual nightmares.
Is it E.T.? Because that movie
No.
fucked my whole life up.
Cabin in the Woods.
Oh.
Dude, I love that
And
may Oh,
it
they
gave
should
me
have found a way
it-
to make a sequel.
you
The
know
world
how
ended.
he say what?
The world ended. They couldn't make a sequel.
True. You know how it came up from and under the ground?
Mm-hmm.
In my nightmare, we're going home and then we see it come up through our house.
Damn. Damn.
And Cassie and Martha were still home.
Technically, that's a Lovecraft movie because those were Cthulhu mythos, like the old gods.
Yeah. But, yeah. I didn't expect that to actually give me a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Just proof that stoners survive everything, man. Except the end of the world.
Well, even they explained that he didn't have to die.
Yeah, he didn't have to die, but he was a stoner, so it all worked out.
The fool did not have to die.
I like turtles.
I do too. Did you have a question?
What is the wingspeed velocity of a laden swallow?
What are you sending me?
Sophia made a happy birthday picture.
That's funny.
Well, it's Jason.
This time.
You like Jason, don't you?
We got the email to his printer and automatically print stuff, so I sent him a fun picture. It was a xenomorph though. It even had a tail. It was purple.
Is it 3D printer?
No, regular printer.
Oh, okay.
I wish it was to his 3D printer because that would have been hilarious.
Oh my god. I would have died.
Dude, I've watched this movie 15 billion times and I cannot remember the second half of the question he asked. European or what? I even had to do
African or European?
Yes. I even had to do a report on it in college.
My freshman year of high school, we did a condensed 7 to 11 minute recreation of the entire movie, like for a talent show. It was epic. Quick changes, obviously playing the mini characters. Like, we had a blast. We had coconuts. We had everything.
That is awesome. Have you ever seen a 10-year-old draw Jason before?
We have now.
Yes. I told her it's the bestest Jason I've ever seen drawn by a 10-year-old.
Yep.
Oh. So
have you ever walked through the haunt? Have you ever used Riker as a character in the haunt?
Not this haunt. However, with my buddy Sebastian, the original Screen Makers, many years ago when we were filming the movie, we actually filmed a piece of the movie in the haunt. So I got to go through the haunt and act, for the movie, but I also stuck around after and did Q-line acting as Riker, or as the creature. But
okay, awesome. I love that.
It was fun. It was definitely fun.
Yes, I was reading it earlier, like the first part, and I'm like, wait, has he ever went through his Riker? Because I own them, I get to keep them, and I can do whatever I want with any book.
That's true. This is true.
So, Raz, getting back to the wonderful theme to this show tonight, what's some of the things that you were thankful for this show?
For the show, honestly, just getting a chance to really help promote togetherness and family, in the haunt industry. Like, getting, not just talking about it all the time, but showing people like, hey, we know this haunt, or we know that haunt, or hey, I'm meeting you for the first time and I already love you. Like, it's that feeling that no matter where in the world you go, if there's a haunt, you're home.
That is one of the best things ever.
Yeah, absolutely. I like I said, I am always so excited to just be in this wonderful culture. And I say culture because it truly is a culture of being able to go from one haunt to another haunt to another haunt and just talking to people. And that's one of the greatest things, because honestly, haunters should be the least judgmental. And I think Raz froze.
Did I?
Oh, he unfroze. So yeah, I think that is just where I am with that. I just love that we have this wonderful culture.
Yeah.
I love the culture. I love the creativityness. I love
Okay.
the learning
Which
of
one of you
human
two?
psychology.
I hear a printer.
That's why I said which one of you two. So I imagine it's Raz.
Not me this time.
So I know it's going to be something terrible.
Because 2 are from Sophia. 1 just because the hell of it, because I can screenshot things.
Printer printing.
Printer has an email.
From razslasher@gmail.com. You ready?
Yep.
No subject. The message, it just says, I know where you live. Oh, man.
I like turtle.
Nope.
I figured he would have done that.
Ew.
I gotta pace myself.
Yeah, he's got to pace himself.
But it's pretty bad that we know him well enough that the first thing we think of is I like turtles.
I'd send him a picture of a turtle.
Hence why the random Christmas turtle with owls now.
Yep. No, I printed that elaborate picture. I didn't want to kill all his things. This time it was just a sentence. But now I can send him secret messages whenever I want.
I'll come
That
down
hasn't
here
stopped
one
me
day.
before. I don't need a printer. I just randomly send stuff.
I do, but it's funnier to make the printer print the message.
See, there's a curse with letting someone have my information, Friday.
In the wrong hands, it will be abused.
You said have fun with it.
I did have fun Friday. Raz.
Yes, having fun.
I'm going to have no paper.
No, I won't do that to you. And if I do, I'll just give you more paper.
Or a lot of
Remember
other
in the
personal
beginning-
information that I do not give anybody. Of
I will
yours.
send-
You remember when I said, and I said this to you, man, I need to buy paper. Oh, wait. I just bought a box of paper. So, 14,000 sheets. I don't know how much ink I got, but we're going to figure this one out too.
I love you people. All 3 of you.
Yep.
But yeah. So, well, what I can say is that this coming up season, we have some people that have really, Raz?
I had to do one more.
I'm not getting that until the show's over.
That's fine.
So you know. Anyway, so this upcoming Christmas time is great. You get new things. Anyway, this season that's coming up, we're excited to have new people, and we're going to get people that we've never met before. There is a group of haunters that are clowns, and I do believe it's called the Clown Mafia.
Oh, yeah, I know actually a lot of them.
One of them friended me on TikTok and said, I'm not a podcast person, but let me start throwing some at you. So whenever he is there, I have been getting messages from different people, and we're all just taking our time to try figuring out what we're going to do.
You got to give me names when you can.
Okay.
I want to know who.
So, as we keep on going with this, we're just going to take some time to figure out who we can get on the show. But so everybody knows, the next show is not going to be January 1st. Nope. January 1st, we are not going to have a show. When that day came up, a lot of people said, you know what, we just want to do family stuff. That's perfectly fine. Not only family stuff, they are probably still recovering from the hangover. Because I know that Thursday or that Tuesday, as soon as I get off of work, I will probably be heading down to Hell's Dungeon. If
we're already planning something.
What's that?
We're already planning something.
Okay. Are we deep frying a turkey?
I've still never had a deep fried turkey.
Dude,
I would love a deep fried turkey.
We need to deep fry a turkey. Just saying. So, but anyway, that is what we're looking at. We've got some new people coming up, and I can't wait to see them and see what we can all do. And as you've never met a person before, you don't know much about them, and you want to know more about them. I have someone from here in Ohio that would love to do the show, and he is the owner of, this is funny, J&J Field of Screams, which is in Shelby, Ohio. Chainer's Field of Screams is in Shelby County, Ohio.
It is awesome.
So it is something that we are going to do, and I am looking forward to it. So I hope everyone has a great evening, and we are getting to the point where we're going to close her down. Raz, do you want anybody to find you?
Yeah, you can find me at rastyslasher.com or any of the awesome social media outlets that Jenny has set up for me, and you'll be most likely talking to Jenny and not me on almost all of them. And you can also play Fortnite with me now at Rasty Slasher. And watch me fail epically. I'm not very good.
Yeah. You know what? Joey Roll's son plays that game too. And so does Snoop Dogg.
Yep. He's a skid now.
Friday. Where can we find you?
I'm at Owlite. I'm at Faycore. I'm at Friday with the Library in the Blue Box. I'm at the author page Jennifer Elliott. And I can possibly be found, well, like he said, at all his places.
And I am Pile Hazard. I can be found here on the Owlite Network. Hopefully I can get a little more time. That way I can rejoin some of the other Owlite shows. Because, boy, it's been a busy time of season.
It has.
I do want to say something very, very important here. As we go into the shutdown of haunted houses, and we go into this holiday season, and we start seeing the snow and thinking of all the stuff that we can't do outside because it's just not enjoyable. Please go out and check on your friends. Check on your family. Check on everyone. Because if they got a cat, the damn thing will eat them.
Yep.
I'm just telling you. Mental health is very important, but if they're not doing well and that cat senses it, it will jump off of the counter and attack them.
It will.
So please go check on your friends, your family. And, 'tis the season for giving. So if you're able to give, please give. And the one thing I will say about giving, and I'm going to be very honest on this one. Please don't go up to the Christmas tree at Walmart, pick up 20 of the tags off of there, bring them back to your house, go make a whole bunch of homemade items, wrap them up, bring them back and say, oh yeah, I got everything on this list. Because people check that stuff. And when it's a pair of shoes that sounds like a rattle, and then they open it up and can come to realize that it's a whole bunch of arts and crafts stuff that has already been done, that's not very Christmassy. So please understand, if you want to go get angel tag, go get one angel tag. Go get as many items on that list that you can and bring it back. You want to add something in there, go ahead and add something in there. But don't assume that they rather have your homemade Christmas ornament made from tongue compressors. I'm just saying. I might like that item, but let's be a little smart and understanding. There's a reason that these things are done like this. So, just take in consideration, please. And if you guys feel like you want to give and you guys can't give, like, money, go find a charity. Go help the charity. You know what? Sometimes the money you give is not as important, and it's not a more beneficial than just helping.
Right.
Give up a little time. Go out, find a good cause. If you don't like this cause or you don't like that cause, that's perfectly fine. Go out. And as you guys are really thinking about it, support charity haunts. Support the smaller ones. Because the smaller ones want to get bigger. And you might be surprised what the smaller ones come out and do versus the bigger ones. Bigger ones, absolutely. They can afford the big animatronics. They can do this. They can do that. But the smaller ones, it's amazing. The next holiday that will be infected, and I say infected, by the haunted house industry, I do believe is that time of the year where you bring flowers to your loved ones and say, "Aww," because Valentine's Day is around the corner.
It is
and and as I say this, I mean this. Go out and find a good reason to go hug the giant Cupid.
Yes.
Because there is nothing better than going to a haunt and seeing a giant guy in a diaper with little wings flapping behind him and goes, hugs. It is very awkward and weird, but
I just want to say, step one, put a hole in the box. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, jeez, crumbling.
That's going to be my my costume on Valentine's Day.
I really thought it was going to be your Christmas present.
No, I thought about that. I was like, no, it makes more sense for Valentine's Day.
Give me Fred's address.
Okay.
I know what he's getting for Christmas.
Okay.
Anyway, without a doubt, go and see a haunted house this season. Not just Valentine's Day. You also have President's Day coming up in February. And when I say that, nothing is better than a guy on stilts with a top hat chasing you down as Abraham Lincoln.
That's pretty terrifying.
It's very interesting. You don't always have to be scared. but they want you to enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then after that, it's pretty much after that, St. Patty's Day. The luck of the terror.
St. Patty's Day, then it's Easter and 420.
Yeah. I don't know too many people that do the 420, but I know Easter.
At some point in time, I'm sure we will, because we've talked about it before. But this year is when Brooke and Matt are getting married on 420, so we can't do it this year.
It's also Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Easter Sunday is officially 420. That's
Yes.
Yep. Get your rabbits high, people.
Let's raise Zombie Jesus high.
Yeah.
So, without a doubt, go and explore the haunted house industry. Go see how it is. If you are a haunter, go see Transworld. Go to Midwest. Go to East Coast. Go to Texas Hunters. Go to these conventions because there's a lot of things at these conventions. I mean, I go down to Texas. I know there's more than one thing. There's also a Friday.
There is.
Maybe I'll see a Friday on a Friday. So, without a doubt, I thank you guys very much. And I know that these guys appreciate you and thank you guys also. And if you are a haunter and you want to be on the show, Jenny, or Friday, my bad. Gee, criminy, I'm not winning with that tonight. Friday, how do they get a hold of us if they want to be on the show, or they are just a clown that wants to do some twerking?
You can message the Owlite Network on Facebook. You can message Chainer Still the Screams. You can message Friday with the Library and the Blue Box on Facebook. You can message Jennifer Elliott or Rasty Slasher on Facebook. You can email owlitesociety@gmail.com, or we have an actual email for the show, chainershauntedSecrets@gmail.com. I will answer you, and we can set up a time. I will give you the next available date, and we can figure out something, because we want to meet you, we want to talk to you, and we want to find out about your characters and your haunt.
And perhaps I won't be as tired, because I'll tell you what, I have been whooping trying to get stuff done.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you guys. I know we all do. So thank you guys very much. And don't forget to go check out some of the other Owlite Network shows.
Indeed.
Jenny, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Pull the lever.
Ready.